Good evening, folks. It's your bro Richard. Today's video, today's video is now part 2 on the Lamborghini Murcielago. Today's video, I'll be talking to you all about the different versions, which are the different variants of the Murcielago. So part 2 on the Lamborghini Murcielago. So today, for this next part, I'll be talking to you all about the different variants, which are the different versions of the Murcielago. And so far we got 1, 2, we got 3. I'd say we got like 5 different versions. One of them is my dream Murcielago, but I'll get to that in but I'll get to that in a little bit. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell and hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright. So without any further ado, let's begin. So now the different variants. Here we go. Here we go. So the first one is the standard Murcielago from 2001 to 2006. Here we go. So the Murcielago is an all-wheel drive. The Murcielago is an all-wheel drive. So four-wheel drive mid-engine supercar. So the Murcielago is an all-wheel drive mid-engine supercar with an angular design. So both angular design and a low-slung body. Say a low-slung body. So low-slung body. So body. The highest point. So highest point. Points of the roof is just under 4 feet, which is like 1.2 meters above the ground. What are its most distinguishing features? So one of its most distinguishing features is its scissor doors. So scissor doors. A hallmark feature of flagship Lambo models since the Countach. The first gen of the Murcielago was produced between 2001 and 2006, and was powered by a glorious Lambo V12 that traces its roots back to the company's beginnings in the 60s. The rear diff is integrated with the engine itself. So the rear differential is integrated with the engine itself, with a viscous coupling center differential, transferring power to the front wheels. The total power distribution is the total power distribution is 70. So the total power distribution is 70%. So the total power distribution is 70% at the rear and 30% at the front. Power is delivered through a 6-speed manual. Pretty good. I mean, I always loved manual cars, but I figured I'm gonna take a bit of a break from manuals and go with paddle shift cars, because paddle shifting is also like the best, because it's much easier, to shift without having 7 extra third pedal. So like without having three pedals, you could just have two. If you want to make if you want to make life and other things a lot easier. So power is delivered through a six-speed manual. So six-speed manual. Uh, so power is delivered through a six-speed. So power is delivered through a six-speed manual. The suspension utilized in the car uses a independent double wishbone or independent twin wishbone, if you want to call it. So twin wishbone. So twin wishbone design. And the bodywork mostly features carbon fiber, except for the steel roof and aluminum scissor doors. The active rear wing, so rear wing and the active air intakes. So active air intakes integrated into the car's shoulders. So shoulders are electromechanically controlled. So electromechanically controlled. So controlled, deploying automatically only at high speeds. So at high speeds, in an effort to maximize both aerodynamic and so aerodynamic and cooling so aerodynamic and cooling efficiency. the, the interior was also made both the interior was also made so the interior was also made both more comfortable and ergonomic than its predecessor, sporting both a simple and clean look with all the major controls, along with the gear shift, with the stick shift or a gear shifter, shift knob integrated into the central tunnel. The first gen cars, so the first gen cars were known simply as Murcielago. The naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V12 installed. The naturally aspirated 6. The naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V12 installed in the first gen. So first gen cars first gen cars generated a generated a maximum so generated a maximum power so generated a maximum so generated generated a maximum power output power output of 572 horsepower. So 572 horsepower. So 572 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. It's the same power as an Audi RS6, the one with the Lamborghini derived V8 5-liter engine, but with twin turbos to it and all-wheel drive. The one that was it seemed like Top Gear. That was the one tested by Richard Hammond at the French Alps, I think it was, against Antoine Monta and Francois Bon, which were two top level skiers. And I've seen the video clip of that. It was brilliant until I saw the comments where one of those skiers passed away recently, like long ago. I think it was Antoine Monta. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I heard something about this one, about one of the skiers who passed away. Sure. Who was it? Like, which was it? Dang, I forgot actually. So 500, so 570, so I will take a look at that in a minute. I'm just gonna do all this real quick and then get to the next part, so the next version, and then I'll take a look at which one of those skiers died. So so generating a maximum power output of 572 horsepower at 572 horsepower at at 7,500 RPM, 7,500 RPM, and 650 newton meters, 470, 479. Well, technically, if you round up, it's like 480 pound-feet of torque at 5,000, 5,400 RPM. Accelerating, 5,400 RPM. Accelerating the car from a standstill to 60, so from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, and onto a top speed of 207 miles an hour. 2 miles an hour faster than a Carrera GT, and 1 mile an hour faster than 2 miles an hour faster than a Carrera GT, my dream hypercar, and 1 mile an hour faster than a Mercedes SLR McLaren. Dang. So 207 miles, 207 miles an hour. Subsequent versions incorporated an alphanumeric designation to the name. So alphanumeric designation to the name Murcielago. Which indicated their engine, so both engine orientation and output. However, the standard, so the original Murcielago, is never referred to as LB580. Next up is the Roadster version from 2004 to 2006. But before I do that, I just gotta do research on those skiers. So who were the skiers in Top Gear? So the French Alps was. So that Lazare. I can't pronounce it well, but it's a French word. So Les Arcs, it's somewhere in the French Alps. So it's
Les Arcs.
Wait, hold on. How do you say that? Hold on.
Les Arcs.
Les Arcs, which is a ski resort located in
Savoie.
in Savoie, France, which is France, in the Tarentaise. So, in the
Tarentaise.
Tarentaise Valley, town of so the town of
Bourg-Saint-Maurice.
Bourg-Saint-Maurice. Wait, hold on. I didn't know how you say it. Wait,
Bourg-Saint-Maurice.
Bourg-Saint-Maurice. Yeah, hold on.
Bourg-Saint-Maurice.
Bourg-Saint-Maurice. Bourg-Saint-Maurice. Bourg-Saint-Maurice. Oh, Bourg-Saint-Maurice. Allez,
Bourg-Saint-Maurice.
Bourg-Saint-Maurice. Something like that. My French is not that good, I'll be honest with you. So it's so yeah, it was up against those skiers in Les Arcs in the French Alps, where Hammond raced the Audi R6. Dang, I forgot where it was now. Yeah, one of those variants. So variants, Murcielago 2001, 2006. So the Murcielago is an all-wheel drive mid-engine supercar with an angular design and a low-slung body. The highest point of the roof is just under 4 feet, 1.2 meters above the ground. One of the car's most distinguishing features is one of the car's most distinguishing features is its scissor. One of the car's most distinguishing features is its scissor doors, and the hallmark feature of flagship Lambo models since the Countach are run the right part. Lambo models since the Countach. So the first gen of the Murcielago was produced between 2001 and 2006, and was powered by a Lambo V12 that traces its roots back to the company's beginnings in the 60s. The rear dips integrated with the engine itself with a viscous coupling center diff. So the rear dips integrated with the engine itself with a viscous coupling center diff, transferring power to the front wheels. The total power distribution is 70% rear and 70% rear and 30% front. Power is delivered through a six. Excuse me. Power is delivered through a 6-speed manual. The suspension utilized in the car uses an independent double wishbone design. and the bodywork mostly features carbon and the bodywork features and the bodywork mostly features carbon fiber except a steel roof steel roof and aluminum scissor doors. The active rear wing and air both the active rear wing and air intakes integrated into the car's shoulders are electromechanically controlled, deploying automatically only at high speeds in an effort to maximize both aero and cooling efficiency. So aerodynamic and cooling efficiency. The interior was also made more comfortable and ergonomic. Say more comfortable and ergonomic. I say more comfortable and ergonomic. Say comfortable and ergonomic than its predecessor, sporting a both simple and clean look with all simple and clean look with all the major controls. So major controls along with the gear shift knob integrated into the central tunnel. Central tunnel. The first gen cars were known. So first gen cars were known simply as Murcielago. The naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8. Not V8, sorry. So the naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V12. There we go. Get that one right. Why did I say V12? I'm thinking Mercedes. Like unbelievable. And some like muscle cars, like some Camaros would use that. Cadillacs and blah blah blah. And some Hemi V8s from Dodge as well. Anyways, moving on. So the naturally aspirated um 6.2 liter V12. Got it right. So naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V12 engine installed in the first gen cars generated a maximum power output of 572 horsepower. So 572 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. So 7,500 RPM and 650 newton meters, 479 or round ups like 480 pound-feet of torque at 5,400 RPM. So 5,400 RPM. Accelerating the car from a standstill to 60, or from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, and onto a top speed of 207 miles an hour. So 207 miles an hour. 2 miles an hour faster than a Ferrari GT, and 1 mile an hour faster than an SLR McLaren Mercedes. So 207 miles an hour. Subsequent versions incorporated an alphanumeric designation to the name Murcielago, which indicated their engine orientation. So both engine orientation and output. However, the standard Murcielago is never referred to as LP580. Next up is the Roadster edition from 2004 to 2006. Alright, we're on the right track now. So moving on. The concept car of the upcoming open top variant was presented at the 2003 2003 Detroit Motor Show. Detroit Motor Show as the Murcielago Barchetta or Barchetta. So Murcielago Barchetta. Rid of Fiat Barchetta, and then we got Murcielago Barchetta, which is like the convertible version of the Murcielago thing. I don't know, but probably it is. So Murcielago Barchetta. The production version was called The production version was called the Murcielago Roadster. So Murcielago Roadster, um, so Roadster was introduced in 2004. So 2004, primarily designed, so primarily designed, primarily designed to be an open-top car. It employed a manually attached soft roof. So manually attached soft roof as a cover for as a cover for adverse weather. Put a warning on the windshield or windscreen header. Advise the driver not to exceed 100 mile, not to exceed 100 mile, so not to exceed 100 miles an hour with the roof in place. Otherwise, if you go over it, the roof will just fly off the car. So, a warning on the windshield header, or well, windscreen header. Advise the driver not to exceed 100 miles an hour with the roof in place. The roof, which was made of fabric, could be both folded and fit into a could be both folded and fit into a leather bag supplied with the car in order to store it in the front compartment. So in the front compartment when not in use. So in other words, you can fit it in the front if you're not using it, which is cool. Uh, look, Luck Dunkerwalk. So Luck Dunkerwalk, the designer used the B2 stealth bomber. So B2 stealth bomber. So B2 stealth bomber. So B2 stealth bomber. Uh, B2 stealth bomber. The Wally 118 Wally powered yacht, and architect uh, Santiago Calatravas. So Calatravas. Calatravas.
Ciutat de Lézard, il est scienci.
How do you say it?
Ciutat de Lézard, il est scienci.
Ciutat de Ciutat de Luzard. Ciutat de Luzard. The Sironsi. I can't pronounce it that well, but kind of so close to it. Ciutat de Luzard. The Sironsi. I can't pronounce it. Let me do it again.
Ciutat de Lézard, il est scienci.
Ciutat de Luzard. The Sironsi. Something like that. Really good. Close to it. So, Calatravas. Ciutat de Luzard. The Sironsi. Okay, now I just screwed it up. In Valencia, in Spain. Which is the capital of both both the province and autonomous community, so community of the same name in Spain. It's the third most populated municipality in the country with 807,000 so 807,693 inhabitants last year in 2023. Over 1.5 million, so 1,582,387 inhabitants live within the metropolitan area. It's located on the banks of the Turia, which is a river in Spain. So it's located on the banks of the Turia, which is a river in Spain which has its source in the Montes Universales, in the mountain ranges of the northwesternmost end of the Sistema Iberico, uh, Teruel province. So Teruel is a province of Aragon in northeast Spain, and Teruel is the capital in the city of Aragon in east Spain. Anyways, moving on. So the designer Luc Donkervalk used the B-2 stealth bomber, the Wally 118 Wally powered yacht, and architect Santiago Calatravas.
Ciutat de Lézard, il est scienci.
And Santiago Calatravas, Ciutat de Luzon, Ciutat de Luzon, Ciutat de Luzon. Hold on, wait. Hang on.
Ciutat de Lézard, il est scienci.
Ciutat de Luzon, Lisconsi. In Valencia, Spain. So Spain, as his inspiration for the Roadster's revised rear pillars and engine cover. The Roadster weighs 29 kilos, 65 pounds more than the Coupe does. So than the Coupe, due to the loss of the roof and the addition of chassis reinforcing components. The Roadster could accelerate from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, which is more than the Coupe, owing to the increased weight, while the top speed remained the same as the Coupe. Next up we got is the LP640. So LP640 and LP640. So LP640 from 2006 to 2010. Sorry, 2006 to 2010. In March 2006. So in March 2006. So 2006, Lambo unveiled an updated version. So version of the Murcielago at the Geneva Motor Show. The Murcielago LP640. The new title incorporated the car's name along with the alphanumeric designation. So alphanumeric designation, which indicated the engine's orientation. Longitudinale posteriore, which I said it in Italian. Say longitudinale posteriore, and the updated power output with displacement now increased to 6.5 liters. The engine was rated at 8,000 RPM, 631 horsepower. 631 horsepower is pretty good. The exterior received a notable facelift, featuring revised front and rear fascias. and asymmetrical side asymmetrical side air intakes. With a left side intake. So left side intake feeding an oil cooler. So with the left side intake feeding an oil cooler, a new single outlet uh, exhaust system. So exhaust system incorporated incorporated into the rear diffuser. So rear diffuser, modified suspension system, revised. So incorporated into the rear diffuser. So a new single outlet exhaust system um, incorporated into the rear diffuser. Modified suspension system, revised programming, and upgraded clutch for the 6-speed E gear, automated manual gearbox with launch control, rounded out the performance mods. Now, I'm not sure why they call it E gear, because it's kind of like, is it electric or something? I got no clue, like at all, no clue at all. Or the gears are electric? That would be kind of weird, actually. I don't know. I got no clue at all. So six-speed E gear automated manual with launch control. Launch control rounded out the performance mod. So performance mods. Interior seating. Interior seating was also reconfigured in order to provide greater headroom. So I like to have like like more like room for a head. So we want to be like, how much slow, so your head won't get like squished like in between like the lining and like the upholstery leather and like the roof itself. So you would have like enough room, like, so you wouldn't keep banging your head all the time on a roof, even on the side pillars as well. Which is important to have like enough headroom. So like, so say if you get inside and you move your head like this, you would struggle to like move your head about. So your head would just be like wedged between the roof. Literally. So it's always important for cars to have like enough headroom for you to move about, because otherwise, if you're gonna like be driving like with your head on top of the bottom part of the roof, you're literally gonna like struggle to move about, and you literally are somehow gonna manage to like get stuck. So it's always important to have headroom, which is a good thing. So, anyways, moving on. So a new system. So where was that? So a new single outlet exhaust system incorporated into the rear diffuser, modified suspension system, revised programming, and upgraded clutch. So upgraded clutch for the 6-speed E gear automated manual gearbox with launch control, rounded out the performance mods. Interior seating Interior seating was also reconfigured in order to provide greater headroom. So headroom, and a new stereo system formed part of the updated dashboard. So updated dash. Optional equipment included CSIC, which stands for carbon so carbon fiber so carbon fiber reinforced silicon carbide ceramic composite brakes. So optional equipment included CSIC, carbon fiber reinforced silicon carbide uh, ceramic composite brakes, um, chrome paddle shifters, and a glass engine cover. So a glass engine cover. Hold on. Apologies if I'm making this sound boring to y'all, but I just want to get this over with as much as possible. So carbon fiber reinforced silicon carbide ceramic composite brakes, chrome paddle shifters, and a glass engine cover. The car's estimated fuel economy, we all know how that goes, it's terrible. The car's estimated fuel economy for the 6-speed manual variants is not a lot, 8 miles per gallon. 8 miles per gallon, 29 liters per like 100 kilometers. So 29 liters per 100 kilometers for important info. That's like around 9.6 miles per gallon in the city and 13 miles per US gallon. 18 liters, so 18 liters, 100 kilometers, and this next one is important. 16 miles per gallon on the highway. So 16 miles per gallon on the highway, making it the least efficient car, making it the least efficient car in 2008 for both city and highway driving, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, from the U.S. Next up we got is the LP640. So we got the Roadster edition of the LP640. Also from the same year, 2006 to 2010, or 2010, whichever one we call it. So there's not much info on it, but let's get this over with. So at the 2006 LA or Los Angeles auto show, Lambo announced. So at the 2006 Los Angeles auto show. Say Los Angeles auto show. Los Angeles auto show. Lambo announced that the roadster version of the Murcielago would also be updated to LP640 spec or specifications. So in other words, it would have the same amount of power as the standard LP640 Murcielago. Say at the 2006 LA Auto Show. So LA Auto Show, Lambo announced that the roadster version of the Murcielago would also be updated to LP640 spec. Next up we got is probably my dream Murcielago, the mighty, all-powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing, all-glorious LP670. So LP670-4. So LP670-4. So LP670-4 SV, or Super Veloce, as I like to call it. So SV Super Veloce. From 2009 to 2010. So 2009 to 2010. So it's quite a lot on there. But let's do it. So let's finish this one. at the 2009, so 2009 excuse me, at the 2009 Geneva Motor Show. So 2009 Geneva So 2009 Geneva Motor Show. So Geneva Motor Show. So Geneva Motor Show. Lambo unveiled a high performance variant or version of the Murcielago, the LP the LP 670-4 Super Veloce or SV. The SV nickname had previously appeared on the Diablo SV. so the Diablo SV, so Diablo SV, as well as the Mira, so Mira SV, so as well as the Mira SV, so Mira SV. The SV, the SV variants, so SV variants are more track orientated than the so more track orientated, so more better use for the track than the standard production variants, and are usually produced in limited numbers. So in other words, there's a limited amount of those cars produced. So usually produced in limited numbers. So usually produced in limited numbers. The Super Veloces naturally aspirated 6.5 liter 6.5 liter 6 point 6.5 liter so 6.5 liter V12 so 6.5 liter V12 generates a maximum power output of 661 horsepower. So 661 horsepower, or round up, so technically with some Top Gear math and logic, 670 horsepower. So 670 horsepower at 8,000 RPM. So 8,000 RPM. So 8,000 RPM. So 8,000 RPM and 660 newton meters. 487. So 660 newton meters. 400. So 660 newton meters. 487 or roundups like 400 was like 400 and 490 490 so 487 or 490 pound-feet, so 490 pound-feet of torque, so pound-feet of torque at so 490 pound-feet of torque at 6,500 RPM, so 6,500 RPM. Due to both revised valve timing and upgraded intake system, so upgraded intake system, so intake system. The air intakes were made bigger for better brake cooling, so to help better cool the brakes, and the front spoiler or front splitter, whatever you want to call it, extended much further for improved downforce. The engine cover, so engine cover was engine cover was so the engine cover was specially designed for the SV and consisted of three so three hexagonal plexiglass so hexagonal plexiglass plates supported by a carbon fiber framework. So carbon fiber framework. So framework. The car's weight was also reduced by a whopping 100 kilos, approximately, and approximately 220 pounds. So 220 pounds, through the extensive use of car- through the extensive use of carbon through the extensive use of carbon fiber so 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 carbon fiber inside and out so inside and out so so the car's weight was also reduced by 100 kilos 220 pounds through the extensive use of carbon fiber in and out. A new lighter exhaust system. So a new lighter exhaust system. exhaust system. So exhaust system also helps in saving weights. Saving weights presumably would be made with titanium, I think. So saving weights, possibly with titanium. The interior was also trimmed in Alcantara as a weight-saving measure. As a result of the extensive weight loss, extensive weight loss, the SV has a power to weight. The SV has a power to weight ratio. So power to weight ratio of 429, or rather, it's like 400. It was like 400. So 431. So 430. 430. So 430 horsepower. So 430 horsepower. Ow. 430 horsepower per ton. The LP640. So the LP640's optional 15-inch carbon ceramic brakes with 6-piston calipers came as standard equipment with the car. In its June, so like mid 2009 issue, Car and Driver magazine estimated that the LP670 670-4 so 670-4 SV is capable of accelerating to 60 from a standing start in just 3 seconds flat. So 3 seconds dead on. And on to 100 in 7.2 seconds. Some hot hatchbacks will do that kind of time for 0 to 60. 7.2 seconds. Subsequent testing by Road and Track, so by Road and Track, so Road and Track. So subsequent testing by Road and Track, so Road and Track revealed a 0 to 60 time of 3.1 seconds, and a quarter mile of 10.9, or almost like 11 seconds flat dead on, at 129.4, almost like up to 130 miles an hour. Lambo claimed the top speed of Lambo claimed the top speed. So Lambo claimed the top speed of 213 miles an hour. I'd say that's slightly faster than a McLaren 720S. and a 2006 Ford GT. Say Ford GT, the one with the supercharged 5.4 liter V8. That does 212 miles an hour. So the Murcielago beats that by 1 mile an hour faster. Boom. So 213 miles an hour. When the car is fitted with an optional smaller spoiler, or 209 miles an hour with a standard aero pack. So with a standard aero pack wing, so aero pack spoiler. Out of those two, I'd pick the one that goes up to 213 miles an hour. So 209. So 213 when the car is fitted with an optional smaller. So when the car is fitted with an optional smaller spoiler, so optional smaller wing. So smaller wing, or 209 miles an hour. So 209 miles an hour with a standard aero pack wing. according to Mauricio, so Mauricio Reggiani, head of Lambo research and development, so R&D. At the time, the LP670-4 so LP670-4 SV's steering was tuned for high-speed sensitivity. So high-speed sensitivity. So Mauricio Reggiani. So Reggiani was born February 8th, 1959, in Italy. Where? Hold on. So in the Italian town of San Martino, San Martino Spino, A.K.A. which changed his name to Mirandola. So Mirandola, a city and commune of Emilia Romagna in Italy, in the province of Modena, 31 kilometers, 19 miles northeast of the provincial capital. So capital by railway. So capital by railway transport. So like trains. So trains technically. So Maurizio Reggiani, born February 8th, 1959, is an Italian engineer who currently serves as the vice president of Lamborghini, or Lambo Squadra Corse. He's been responsible for several Lambo flagship models. So flagship models. So according to Maurizio Reggiani. So Maurizio Reggiani. So Maurizio Reggiani, head of Lambo research and head of Lambo research and development. At the time, the LP670-4. So LP670-4. So LP670-4. So dash 4. SV's steering. So SV's steering was tuned for high speed sensitivity. So high speed sensitivity. The original production plan of the ultimate Ultimate Murcielago was limited to 350 cars. So 350 cars. So 350. So 350 cars. However, an Instagram so can't even talk. Instagram page known as at Murcielago dot register. So now known as at Murcielago so known as at Murcielago dot registry has been tracking the exact number of so the exact number of number of LP 670 dash fours and as of and as of 2020 and as of 2023 and as of 2023 so last year, so 2023, there have been 261 units found so far. The initial plan of 350 units. So 350 units. So 350 units was scrapped. So was scrapped. Say scrapped. So 350 units. So 350 units. 350 units was scrapped. So was scrapped due to the factory requiring to make room, so to make space for the Aventadors assembly lineup, which is the Murcielago's successor. Last part, and I'll end it there because I don't want to take too long for this. the chassis numbers. So the chassis numbers of the total cars. So the chassis numbers of the total cars. So total cars manufactured don't represent manufacturing order. So so the chassis numbers of the total cars manufactured don't represent manufacturing. So don't represent manufacturing order. So they don't represent manufacturing order. Alright. So that is it, guys. So it's it. Alright. So that is it, guys. For now, at least. Okay, so from a next Murcielago video, wait. Actually, skip that. My bad. I'm gonna continue on for one more part and I'll end it there. Sorry, I spoke too soon. Actually, hold on. We'll do a couple more. So a few more and then I'll end it there. Sorry, I spoke too soon. My bad. I'm just tired. I want to get this done. Alright, moving on. Sorry. Talked over the voice a little bit. My bad. I apologize. Alright, moving on. So the next part is limited editions. So starting off with, we got 4 versions. So the first one of the 4, we got for limited editions. So the first one of the 4, we got the 40th. So 40th anniversary edition. So 40th anniversary edition. In two that in 2003, so in 2000 in 2003, Lambo celebrated it. Lambo celebrated its 40th anniversary. So 40 years. So 40 years of Lambo by so 40 years of Lambo by introducing a limited production run. So production run. So run of 50 50 um 40th anniversary 40th anniversary so 40th anniversary edition Murcielago, so at 40th anniversary edition Murcielagos enhancements over the standard car. So standard car included a limited edition blue body color that was called Verte. Verte Artemis. So Verte Artemis. So Verte Artemis. Uh, carbon fiber exterior detailing of upgraded wheels. So upgraded wheels, a revamped so a revamped exhaust system, and a numbered plaque on the inside of the rear window. The interior also featured so the interior featured unique leather trim. Next up is the LP640 Versace edition, named after an Italian luxury fashion company founded by Gianni Versace in 1978. So the Murcielago, so now on the LP640, so we're now on the Versace edition of the LP640. The Murcielago LP640, so 640 Versace is a special, so a special, sorry, the batteries below. So the Murcielago LP640 Versace is a special limited edition. So special limited edition. So a special limited edition. So special limited edition of the LP640 that was unveiled at the 2006 Paris Motor Show. Available in either black or white, only 20 were produced as both coupes and roadsters, but only 8 were available for sale. So when 20 were produced, that's the same amount as when the Reventon was produced. They only made 20 of those cars, but the price is absolutely crazy. 800 grand for a Reventon. 800 grand. Gee, that's a lot of cash for a car like this. So available in either black or white. Only 20. Excuse me. Only 20. Only 20 were produced as both coupes and roadsters. But only 8 were available. So only 8 were available. So eight were available for sale. So for sale. Although the standard V12 was used, so standard V12 was used. So V12 is used stylists from the fashion house. So Versace fashion house. So fashion house, the Versace fashion house. So fashion house and Lambo's ad personam program. So program collaborated to design custom interiors finished in two-tone Versace. So two-tone Versace leather complemented with a Gianni or Gianni Versace logo. Say logo plaque. So plaque on a center console. So on a center console. Say center console. Each each unit came each unit came with matching Versace luggage. So Versace luggage along with driving shoes and gloves. A matching watch. So matching watch from Versace's um Versace's precious items department was also made available to customers. So available to customers. So to customers. Next up we got is the LP 650. LP 650. So 650 dash 4. So dash 4 Roadster. So Roadster. Or convertible, whichever we want to call it. In 2009, so 2009, Lambo released a limited run updates of the Murcielago Roadster by 50 units. So 50 cars. So 50 cars. The LP 67 so the LP 650 650-4. So 650-4. So dash 4. So the LP 650-4's increased engine output. So engine output is rated at 641 horsepower and 660 newton meters, 487 pound-feet, allowing the car to reach 60 in 3.4 seconds. So 3.4 seconds, and achieve a top speed of 205 miles an hour, same as a current GT. So 205 miles an hour. So available only in Grigio Telesto Gray with Arancio, so Arancio orange highlights. The color scheme the color scheme was the color the colors the color scheme so color scheme was color scheme was continued on the inside. So on the inside of the car, so the interior. And last, but certainly not the very least, so the last version is the LP 670-4 SV China limited edition for 2010 or 2000 or 2010. So let's finish this. Well, let's do this part and then move on to one more part and I'll end it there. So here we go. So the L, the LP670 so LP670 670-4 so 670-4 SV China limited edition is a limited version version of the LP670 670-4 SV for the Chinese market. So Chinese market, it's distinguished by the middle stripe. The car unveiled at the Beijing Auto Show which is held in the capital city of Beijing in China. So the car unveiled at the Beijing Auto Show in the capital of Beijing in China, so Beijing, China, has a top speed of 214 miles an hour. So 214 miles an hour and produces six 607 670 horsepower. So 670 horsepower. So 670 horsepower and 661 newton meters. 448. Not 40. Sorry. So 661 newton meters. So 661 newton meters. 488. Sorry, I apologize. 400. 488 pound-feet torque. So 488 pound-feet torque, which propels it from zero to 60 in 3.2 seconds. So 3.2 seconds. So 3.2 seconds. Production was limited to 10 units. So just limited 10 units. So 10 units. 10 cars. And with one more part, and then I'll call it a night. So this next part is a bit upsetting, a bit sad. Well, not really shocking, but a little bit like soul crushing and heartbreaking. I'd say so heartbreaking, kind of thing. And this is the safety recall for the cars. So for those who don't know what it is basically, what a manufacturer like these days will like yeah. So for those who don't know what safety recall is, so for all of you car enthusiasts who are watching this channel, and you know like what safety recall is, I'm gonna tell this to you guys, and even to the ones who don't know what safety recall is. It's basically something that happens like when when cars these days suffer problems, like when manufacturers figure out find out that the cars have problems, they don't start, and components are failing. They usually tell the owners of the cars, and they get their cars brought in, and then it starts well, what happens is when there's issues with the cars, they just bring it to the people who will fix the cars, and when the car's fixed, they tell the owners that the car's in great condition and they can drive away. So like most car manufacturers these days would have like these kind of safety recalls. Depends on which car manufacturer it is or what country, and like anything like really like how well it's built and how reliable it is and whatnot. Which is sometimes a bit of an issue with Lambos. So we'll do one more part, which is safety recall, and then I'll end it there for now. Alright, last part, and I'll call it night. Safety recall. Here we go. In May 2010, so May 2010, it's like over like early mid 2010, somewhere around there, probably. So in May 2010 or 2010, in the so in May 2010, so 2010, in the U.S. So in the U.S., Lambo recalled 428 or 430 of its 2007, 2008, or 0708, so 0708 Murcielago coupes and roadsters. So coupes and roadsters. So both coupes and roadsters, because of the possibility, because of the possibility of welding failure on the fuel pump. So welding failure on the so welding failure welding failure on the fuel pump. It's like for people who do like soldering and welding, you probably know. So weld failure on the fuel pump supports. So fuel pump support. So the fuel pump supports inside the fuel tank. So inside the fuel tank. Inside the fuel tank, potentially leading to both a fuel leak, fuel leak and possible fire. Because whenever you pour gasoline on like a surface and you'll light a match, with a demonstration like this, something like that, you put the match, like when it's on fire, you put it onto the gasoline, and it creates a trail of fire across. If you pour gasoline onto the ground and you put fire to it, it will like start to ignite, and it'll just cause a trail of flames across. So safety recall in May 2010 in the U.S. Lambo recalled 428 of its 0708s Murcielago coupes and roadsters because of the possibility of weld failure on failure on the fuel pump support. So fuel pump supports inside the fuel tank, potentially leading to both a fuel leak or gasoline or petrol leak. So fuel leak and possible fire. So possible fire. So fire. Alright. So I'll end it there for today. And I'll do the rest of it tomorrow if I got time. So for my next Murcielago video will be about the specifications of this car. So specifications of the Murcielago. So specifications of the Murcielago. And then we got motorsports, related developments, production, and in popular culture, and then I'll end it there. So next part will be specifications for my next video. All right, so that'll be it. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. like it like and subscribe. Comment. Like and subscribe. Comment comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit the notification bell and hit all. So hit the notification bell and hit all. So hit all. So hit the notification bell and hit all. So hit the notification bell and hit all so you're notified when I make new uploads. So again, like, subscribe, comment down below what y'all think. Hit the notification bell and hit all. So hit all so you're notified of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so this is the next part of the Murcielago I'm doing. So specifications is next. But I'll do it for my next video. Okay, so it's 11:59, almost getting up to 12 p.m. at night. So, 12 a.m., sorry. 12 a.m. in the morning. So 12 a.m. on Monday morning. And so yeah, so that'll be it. I gotta go. So gotta go. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe. Have a great morning. So have a great morning, and I'll see you guys. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care, folks. Take care, folks. Take care, folks. Stay safe out there. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. So, good night.